Welcome back to another Delta Force operations video, and today we're going to be talking about the new event happening called Resume Offensive. Now, there are a few things you should know, and there's some tips and tricks that are going to be in this video to save you resources. So let's just jump in there and make sure you watch this whole thing, because I think it's going to bring some value. It will bring some value. Now, the whole point of this event is for you to collect these Novon chip material boxes, bring them into raid, and exchange them for Novon chips at certain locations around the map. Then you want to extract those Novon chips and using them to unlock codes for safes on either Zero Dam or Leali Grove. Okay, first things first, let's find where the event even is. Obviously, it's in the events tab, and the fastest way is just to go to top pick and you'll see Resume Offensive right here. Now, once we click Resume Offensive, we're gonna see the whole thing of what we have to do, the rewards, and there's a couple of things we get to do here, but let me just explain the material boxes you need so that you can exchange them for Novon chips. Now, as you can see here, if I play 3 operation matches, I get 7 of them. If I deal 300,000 damage, I get another 7. And when you get these, the first thing I want you to do is go into raid with them, but make sure you put them in your safe box. You know what I mean? Put them in your pooper. You don't want to lose these unless you have an abundant amount, but it's always safe in your pooper. So when you first spawn and you open up your map, you're going to see 3 or 2 new locations on your map that are these little yellow dots here. What you're going to do is you're going to use those Novon chip material boxes that you have in your pooper. You're going to go to these locations and you're going to exchange the material boxes for the chips themselves. Now, just to let you know, on easy mode, there's going to be 2 of these locations, and on normal mode, there's going to be 3 of these locations. So at max, you should only have 2 or 3 of these on you at all times. And also, as a heads up, when you do go to these locations, it's going to take 10 seconds after you give the machine the material crate for it to pop out the Novon chip. So if you're about to get into a fight or you're in the middle of a fight, this isn't an instant thing. It does take time. So after you do extract with them, and you know, it's up to you. I put mine in my pooper. Of course, they're safe and sound there. If I find some high value items, I'm going to exchange them. But for now, let's just pretend like it's in my pooper. We're going to go back to the events page here, and I'm going to show you what you can do with them. So as you collect these Novon chips, you're going to give them to these safe box code cracker things to obtain safe passwords. Okay, that's all it is every time you give one of these things, one of these chips, it's going to unveil one number for you, and then you're going to be able to use those numbers to open up safes around the map. Now, something to think about is, what maps do you guys play the most? Do you play Zero Dam more than Leali Grove, or vice versa? Because myself, I play Leali Grove more, so I'm going to want to unlock more of the Grove safes before I do the Dam safes. Now, I've collected a lot of these, so I'm going to, for instance, give one away, so I know the first one's 1, next one, and then the next one. Now, here's where I want to tell you a big tips and tricks here. Do not unveil the whole code. Only do 3 out of the 4 numbers, okay? So they all take 4 numbers, only do 3 out of the 4 numbers, and I'll show you why in a second. But if you want to know where this one is, well, it gives you a weird code after you do this, but what you can do is you can click on this button right here, and it'll show you, here's where it is on the map. So this is, you know, it's in Leali Grove, and this is in actually the the cave area. You know, the cave area, this is where Iron Dome happens, is up here, and then this is the cave. That's where the safe is. So if you want to know the location of the safes, that's how you do it. I'm going to show you why you don't want that 4th number. So we're about to go to the safe, and I only know 3 out of the 4 numbers, and I did test this. The first thing I want to show you is up top, you don't have to memorize the code, right? You don't have to memorize it because it shows you it, but you can guess the last number. So right there, it was 5113, and it'll always be 5113. Now, you do always get one of these boxes, and inside of it is always random items that you're going to get, and you can't put it in your pooper. You can't put these boxes in your pooper. And guess what? Sometimes it's going to be a 1x1 item that, you know, that sucks. It's not going to be worth much. And sometimes it's going to be a high value item. A little PSA though, for when you are guessing the 4th number, you can only guess 5 numbers at a time, and then it locks you out. That means if you guess the last number and you guess from 0 to 4 and it's not one of those, you have to come back in and guess from 5 to 9 the next time. But the cool thing is, once you correctly guess that last number, that's the number always for you. And here's the thing, it won't tell you, like it said 5113 for me, right? It'll always tell you 511, but it won't tell me that last number. But just write it down, remember it somehow, and it'll always be 3, so you don't have to waste a chip ever on that one. Now, another thing I tested with Stone Mountain was when you do go to these chip exchange places, only you can use it once. So you can use it once, your teammate can use it once, and then your other teammate can use it once. But what we tested was I used it once, then I dropped one of my material crates for him to use, and he got the chip, he dropped the chip for me, and then I just put it in my butt. Which means if you have a teammate that's like, oh, this event is stupid, blah, 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 use that to your advantage. Be like, okay, it might be dumb, but do you mind using it here? Because you can only use it once and then you have to go to the next location. So why not use your dumb buddy to your advantage, right? You should also know that safes can only be opened up once per raid. So if someone beats you to it, you're a shit out of luck. They got to it first, and it's just you're gonna have to wait till the next raid. But they're always available every raid. So if you have all the codes, you get some extra loot. Now, is the loot good? It's a 2x2 mystery crate that sometimes has a 1x1 crappy item, and sometimes it has a big gold item that's worth a lot of money. It's all about that mystery, and I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. I'm a sucker for it. The endorphin rush, I like it. The other thing you should know is that once you do start opening up safes on maps, every time you open one, you're going to get some sort of bonus item from the event up until 9. So as you can see, I got 100,000 alloy for opening up one. And it goes to, like, you know, you get this spray paint, you get this new night vision avatar, but the more important one is, of course, you're going to get a new skin. It's this maritime forest one. Is it good? Not especially, but hey, at least it's something. I would say the bigger prize is opening up the safes every raid and them being available to you. I really hope that I explained this event now to you, that you fully understand it. But if you still have, you know, any sort of concerns or even tips, put them in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel. It's free for you guys. It does mean the world to me. We're gonna keep pumping out operation videos for you guys. So until next time, I'll talk to everyone later.